It's 2023, eventing season. Come at me. Come at me. So, how do we train with limited facilities and sometimes limited budgets? I'll go show you.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day.
Everybody will be on the countdown to event season starting. It's what we pray for. It's what we finish the season, and then we kind of cannot wait for the calendar to come out for next year, and then we're busy planning for next year. So I thought I'd do a little 3-part series which shows what kind of prep that I do for all 3 phases with, as you know, limited facilities. So it is quite possible to train a horse to any level without a beautiful indoor school, fancy jumps, etc, etc. It's harder and it takes longer, but it can be done. There is event riders out there competing at 5-star who train in a field. They don't have an arena. I thought I'd show you what we do. I choose eventing. Well, apart from I think it's damn cool, you can take an average horse and make it to a really good level where that's particularly difficult in show jumping and dressage. You need a certain type of horse, a certain build of horse, and them horses come with a big price tag. Eventing, there has been ex-racers that have done 5-star. Look at Arctic Soul. For me, that was a win. I didn't have a massive amount of money to start with. I have enough money to keep these horses, but I don't have the price tag that some of these horses, some of the top horses, present. So it was very attractive to me. For eventing, you have 3 phases. So you have dressage, you then go on to show jumping, and then you go on to cross country, depending which way you do. That's short format. Long format, we'll talk about another day. You do a whole different thing, and I ain't never going to be running 5-star, so I don't really have to concern my little brain with that. So you do 3 phases. We're going to start with the first phase today, and that's dressage. Because we don't do eventing for the dressage, and I started with that kind of mindset. The dressage was, it's just a way for us to get onto the cross-country course. However, as I've gone on in the training, I actually am starting to love this phase. It's so technical, it's you need perfection. I just love it. And do eventing. Which other discipline would you do? Dressage. I would be a dressage diva. Now, I'm not going to ever be the look of a dressage diva, but I would give it a good go. So let's talk about dressage. In a famous spot, everybody knows. Why are you always in this spot? My yard isn't that big. I don't have many places I can talk to you from. And this has got a nice haylage pile, and I can put my camera on it. Let's have a look at me in dressage. So I bought 2 ex-race horses. Dressage is never going to be their forte. Let's be honest. They're built, Reginald in particular is built very downhill. He finds collection difficult, contact difficult. You know, he was bred to go fast around a racetrack, and now train him to do all this different kind of work and use a whole different set of muscles that he's probably never used before. Mo, although built conformationally wise very similar to Reg, is finding it a little bit easier. He doesn't necessarily, for his brain, Mo finds dressage quite hard, but he's more uphill than Reginald, so he looks a better picture, which you'll see shortly. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a recap of, this are some of my dressage highlights. I'm really keen to kind of show is what you can do with limited facilities or limited transport, you can still train and compete dressage from the comfort of your own home. This is one of my things that I have found and absolutely love, is the online dressage tests. So today I'm going to flip you back to June time, when I pitted both boys against each other in a dressage competition online. There is various dressage online competitions available, and I've tried a few because when I first got Reg, I couldn't afford transport, so it's a way that I could kind of compete without the money and the expense, or the lack of the fact I couldn't get anywhere. The best one that I found is e-riders. Again, no affiliation, I've just done a lot of them. I find this the best one. Well, some of the others that I started competing Reginald in, mentioning no names, but there was a few that I would send in videos of my tests and I would be getting like 68%. Now I was loving that. I'm thinking, I've had this horse 7 months and I'm killing it. When I then did get transport and got out to my first proper events, we were scoring in the 50%. So I didn't find them very accurate. They were too nice. Now, if you want a dressage test that's nice, then go for that. Me personally, I don't want people blowing smoke off my arse, and I want some accurate results so that I've got things to work on with good comments, good constructive feedback, and something that I can work towards. I find e-riders to be the nearest to actual scoring when you get out and about. To participate, what do you need? Well, you'd need a marked out arena. Now that can be on grass, that can be if you're lucky enough to have an arena. So you need a 20 by 40 marked out arena. I've done mine in the flattest bit of our field and used gutters for dressage boards and plant pots with stickers on. We're really proud, like me and Tan are really proud of this arena, so I'll show you around a little bit.
Maybe I will find what I am looking for. I wanna be somebody, yeah, yeah. Hanging with somebody, yeah, yeah. Can I be somebody, dancing with somebody?
They do lots of schedules on there, from retraining of racehorses to BD. I chose the eventing tests. Come on, I want to get better at the eventing route, and I put the two boys in, I think it was B91. I think it was B91. Comment below favourite BE test. Mine, B95. Any day long. Worst test, comment below as well, B97. It's a test. Sorry BE, but it is. You don't even do a full centre line, like, come on. So you have your arena, you get some lovely assistant, thanks Tan, to film for you down at sea, and you just film it in landscape. You can do as many tries as you want. I tend to do 2, so I want it to feel more like the competition atmosphere. So I do a warm-up and then I do the recording, and that's the one that usually gets sent in. I think it's a really good way to kind of mark out where you're at a certain stage, and the comments that you get back on the sheets, and when I'll put the videos on of both boys and I'll try and do a lovely voiceover as to what they got marked, but you get some really constructive comments, so it's great for them in the training that you need to kind of get better. And they run these tests every month, and you get rosettes as well. Like, it's a great idea for somebody to, with like myself, lack of facilities, sometimes lack of transport, sometimes can't afford the fuel to go out. The tests are minimal price, and I always think they're minimal price though, but when you go in eventing, like, eventing be damn expensive for entry fees, so anything else you usually think, oh, that's really cheap. They're reasonable price, and I just really like them, and so this is my number one for improving your dressage at home on a budget. Let's get on to the tests. So the first test we're going to look at is with the baby of the gang. Hello, and this is Mo. Now, we've got to do a disclaimer that this test was filmed back in June, and Mo had only started his schooling work in March time, and this was his very first dressage test he'd ever done. And you'll see there's a lot of things to work on with him, but we were really pleased. weren't we, Mose? And there was lots of things to work on that we've got to do for the future. So I am going to, this year as well, redo that test and see if we've improved any of our marks. That's what I'm saying, where Mo's a little bit more uphill. He just presents a better picture than his brother sometimes. Shall we have a look at your test, Mo? Are you embarrassed? It was good. You don't need to be embarrassed. Voice over me, and wow, that is the wobbliest centreline I think I've ever seen. Entering working trot, proceed down the centreline. We've got a 6, a little unbalanced on entry. No shit, Sherlock. And we are tracking right now, and we're going to go into a circle right 20 metres. He got a 6.5 here with the comments, could keep, balance and bend more. True. I think he could. We're going to move into working trot. We got a 6. So this is BFAK. We got a 6, contact unsettled. This was the stage where I was still trying to kind of keep a contact with Mo. We're going to change the rein in working trot. 6.5. No comments on that one. Again, a little bit unsteady in his contact. He's not in his rhythm, I don't think, yet. We're going to go into canter, and wow, there we go. We got a lovely 4.5 for that, with the comment, exploded into canter. He most certainly did. Circle left, 20 metres in working canter. We've got a 6.5, so marks are increasing, little unbalanced. Transition, nice transition, Mo, down to working trot. Got a 6, could be more fluent. Again, I think Mo is very start-stoppy. He's not very rhythmical. We're going to circle left, 20 metres in trot. We got a 6 though, unsettled contact. Yep, agree. But on the whole, I think that's nice. Like, this is a first attempt for Mo. Good boy. He's getting the contact. It's just not consistent yet. We're going to next change the rein in working trot. We got a 7 for this. No comments. I think he's starting to flex a little there. His trot's become a little bit more settled. We're going to move into working canter on this rein. I think this transition is better. Still rushed, head in the air, where are we going? But a lot better than what it was. We got a 5, so he hollowed and lost balance. He most certainly did. We're going to circle right, and we've got 6.5. Frame could be more consistent. Yeah. Down into trot transition. That's not too bad, Mo. And then we're going to go into walk. So a medium walk. We were late to walk. That's my fault, Mo, not yours. Lost fluency. And for our medium walk, we got a 7. Clear steps. For the last transition, by the way, I got a 6. Yeah. Here he is, coming round the corner, and we're going to transition into working trot. Let's have a look. Not too bad, that, Mo. We're going to go down the centre line. Now, he does stumble here, so we'll let him off. For me, that showed just how much work I put in with Mo, and really happy with his scores. I mean, come on. Reg's first scores when he went out were not that great. So I've learnt more. I've been able to show a little bit of a better movement with him. I was really pleased. The boys was in the same test, so who will win? You would hope the more experienced one. The next test is with the good old construction worker. Literally that rug, Reg. You could work on the M1. Same test, same approach. So warm up and then recorded and sent in. This is your test, Reg. Time for Reginald, and we are going to come down the centre line. I overshoot with Reginald so many times. So I enter at working trot, proceed down the centre line, a 6, and rightly saying drifted on entry. I don't know why I do that, but I do. So we're going to track right. It's exactly the same test as you've just seen with Mo. And we are going to circle right 20 metres in diameter, 6.5. Could have more supple body bend. Preaching to the converted, like, I understand this. I'm working so hard to get Reginald to bend. He's a bit like a barge. He doesn't like to bend round corners. We're going to do BFAK, working trot. We got a 6.5. No comments on that. And we're going to come in to change the rein. In working trot, we got a 6. Contact unsettled. Reg's contact is always unsettled. Again, something we're working on. It's just a Reginald thing. And we're going to go into working canter left. Now this is a transition, Mo. Yes, nice. 6.5, obedient transition. I'm working towards that with Mo. I was just a little bit more energetic. Circle 6 could have more bend. Yep, note that on the point. Then we're going to go working trot, 6.5, frame could be more rounder. So this is what I'm going to work on with Reginald, is the suppleness and creating that nice consistent contact. We're going to go into circle left, 20 metres, 6. Needs more around inside leg. Again, he's got that. He just doesn't seem to look as if he bends very well. Again, it's my lazy riding sometimes, that I don't always ask for what I should. Working on that too. So we're going to come round and change the rein in working trot. And for this, we were marked as 7. No comments. And yeah, I think it's nice. It's rhythmical. It's quite consistent. Again, the contact could be better. Frame could be more rounder. Getting there. We're going to go working canter on this rein, working canter right. A bit of a worse transition, I think, there. So 6 could be more fluent. I think the first transition was better. We are now going to circle 20 metres in working canter. 6, again, needs better bend through frame. Yep. Transition down a bit early into working trot there. And then we're going to go into our medium walk, which usually is where Reg scores high. We got 7, obedient transition. So yeah, my transitions are definitely getting better with Reginald, I think. I can definitely see some improvements, and he is more obedient than Moses, but then he's been working more. So we do medium walk, 7, lovely steps. Yeah, he really does walk nice. And we're going to transition into working trot. Let's see if we get a better centre line this time. Yes, definitely. 7, and we got improved, fairly straight. Halt and salute. A little unbalanced to the left. Well done, Reg. Both boys pitted against each other, thankfully. The more experienced one won. Or else I'd kind of be like, what have we been doing for the last 3 years, Reginald? Hopefully, I'm going to do another one in maybe February time, and I'll vlog it again, and we'll see what improvements both boys have made. I will then put in some exercises in the good old arena that will work on for Reginald's suppleness, for Mo, that continuity of rhythm, and hopefully get better scores next time. I hope that showed that you don't need transport to get out to compete. There is ways that you can improve your dressage at home with all you need is a grass arena. But when we go out competing, particularly at the lower levels of eventing on grass routes, like 9 times out of 10, you will do your dressage test on grass, you'll do your show jumping on grass, and you'll do your cross country on grass. So to train them at home on that kind of surface, I think sometimes gives us a little bit of an advantage because the boys are used to it. I do try and go out and about to hires, but it is necessarily what I can afford and when. So hope that was all right. If you liked it, give me a cheeky like, comment and subscribe. And next week we're going to be talking all about show jumping and how we can train show jumping at home with limited facilities. Are you getting the theme? I'm poor and I'm going to get to Chatsworth. There is no choice. I'm going. See you later.
We're dreamers. We're living.
At that stage, ducks, why? You don't have to be on the vlog.
We're doing this in our way. We come alive.